Look, I've got another year here, so you know, I'm like
what are you bailing on us already?
Oh no!
Have you seen him at Allianz Stadium at all lately?
No comment.
Oh,
Gets out of dummy half, such a run threat, nice pass at the far post. Big Stefano scores. So watch that Friday night.
The finals are here, and the biggest prize is up for grabs.
Winning a premiership changes your life.
You get to etch your name into history.
Got 8 teams, 1 trophy.
Who wins is anyone's guess.
This could be the most extraordinary final series of all time. We don't know what's going to happen in September.
We've been training 9 months to get to this spot.
To be the best is all I've ever dreamed to be.
Almost can't sleep thinking about that feeling. You can be a flying team, but finals is a different story.
I was built for something bigger than
I dreamt of playing NRL and winning premierships.
As a competitor, it's where you want to be.
It's something you always want to be a part of.
It's all I've ever done. It's all I've ever lived and breathed.
Roosters stall. They've been the benchmark for a very long time.
Panthers were dead last. They've climbed their way up.
The Green Machine are on the march.
Brisbane are the best team, without doubt, when they're on.
The Bulldogs are right in the premiership reckoning.
The intensity and the brutality have definitely leveled up.
Cometh the hour, cometh the champion.
You've got to keep searching from within yourself to find that extra level.
Big games, big game players stand up.
If you can't get up for a finals game, you're probably in the wrong sport.
I've come from nothing, so when I look over across me, I always think someone's trying to take something off me.
How good is that from Mulatalo?
It's always the same mission for me to dominate in my position wherever I can, whenever I can.
I want to be the next player to win a premiership here at the club.
We want to give this town something to be proud of.
It's time for us to pave our own legacy. We've accomplished nothing so far.
And the ultimate goal is to lead this team to a premiership.
We're working our backsides off. All we want to do is be lifting the trophy.
Incredible.
This is one of the classics. Can you believe what you have just seen on Night's Wide World of Sports? There's 8 teams left in the race. Here's the finals. It's the best time of year.
The Eighth, proudly brought to you by Sportsbet. In front of a live studio audience, Brad Fittler, Andrew Johns, as always, alongside me. Good to see you both.
How are you, Danica?
Good, good, good. We've got a huge show coming up. We've got Mark Nawaqanitawase joining us here on the couch. Not only do we have him joining us, but we're also going to preview a huge weekend of finals footy, but we're also going to look at the teams who didn't make the finals and predict what we're going to see from them next year. So looking forward to that. How pumped up are we for the finals?
Well, I reckon it was the teams that didn't make it actually made this year. I think some of the runs in, I think Parramatta were fantastic. I think the Tigers had a great year. The Dragons, I thought, had a good year, kept everyone honest. So
Manly come home.
Manly come home. So I think it was actually them keeping everyone honest made the season so interesting. The Dolphins.
And Canberra. No one picked Canberra to be in the top 8, really, let alone minor premiers. And the style they play. I love watching them play, and I love watching Brisbane play, and we get to see them go at it on Sunday.
I know. I can't wait for that match on Sunday. But all the finals showdowns this weekend, I'm looking forward to them. It's been a big year as well in the NRL, and Freddie, participation and the interest as well in rugby league. It's been huge.
Yeah, it has. I know a lot of people, it's in our nature to knock our game and just in Australia's nature. But I think when you look at what's gone on in the game, referees are up, volunteers are up, coaches are up, trainers are up, volunteers. I said that, males, females. The biggest areas are the Hunter did really well. They're up about 11%. Victoria, Canberra, Canterbury, Cessnock, 28%. So the game's flying. It's been watched by more people than ever. And I just think, like, we're so hard. We're so hard on, bunkers, review systems. We're hard on everything about our game. But what it tells you, when you get more volunteers volunteering, it tells you how people like the game and they like what you're doing. So thank you to all the volunteers out there, and yeah, keep loving the game.
Well said. Well, I think it's fair to say something that many people have been liking this season has been seeing Mark Nawaqanitawase in full flight, scoring some unbelievable tries. So I'm pleased to say he joins us here on the show. Marky Mark, come on down. How are we feeling? What a year it's been for you. You're featuring, I think, on every single highlights reel across the game, every single social media post, scoring some phenomenal tries, and then heading into the finals as well.
Yeah, you know, it's been a crazy year so far, but obviously, you know, the 27 rounds is done, and I guess this is the part that I've, you know, wanted to get to, the final series. So, really looking forward to, you know, what can happen.
You played league as a junior, and then you went to rugby union. When you were playing rugby, did you ever think about and wish playing NRL? Yeah, definitely. You know, it's what I grew up. You know, the first sport I started. So, you know, I always had a watchful eye on the NRL, and you know, when the opportunity came up, I thought it was the right time. Who'd you go for when you were playing rugby?
Might hurt my Roosters fans here, but I actually went for the Tigers at the start.
Well, that doesn't matter.
Commiserations.
Yeah, but then I switched over to the Roosters.
Well,
bit of a bandwagon.
What were the big differences in the game? Like, firstly, on the field, what's the biggest difference? Because you played a similar position.
Yeah, I'd have to say just the physicality. You know, the ball's in play much longer than union, so getting used to all the running, I guess with the contact as well. That's been the biggest, I guess, challenge at the start. So, yeah.
What about off the field? Have you noticed more walking around the streets? Is life a bit different than it was 12 months ago?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You know, especially around the east. You know, we have a good group of supporters, who love the team, and you know, I'm just grateful to have that support.
I think rugby union, I think it's fair to say they're probably a bit jealous that we've got you in rugby league. Can we say that we've got you locked away?
Look, I've got another year here, so you know, I'm like
what are you bailing on us already?
Oh no, I'm still locked in for another year. So look, I'm just looking forward to this final series and enjoying the moment where I am now, because you know these things don't last forever, and I'm enjoying my time here a lot.
Have you dreamt about playing for Australia, being a dual international?
Yeah, I've been lucky to play for Australia. And
Kevin Walters is watching, by the way.
Well, I'm interested. You know, I'm obviously Australian and obviously Fijian as well. So, you know, when that time comes, I'm definitely keen.
So you play in the Olympics. What's the biggest stage? Like, what's been when you run out and you thought, you know what, I've hit it?
Wentworth Park, New South Wales Cup.
How'd you go?
Probably, mate, the Olympics was pretty big. But I'd actually have to say the World Cup 2023. Mate, it was a wonderful event. But it shows, I guess, how big the sport is over there in Europe. So, you know, obviously we didn't do well as a team, but I guess just the experience of being at a World Cup, you know, playing with the boys and seeing all the different, I guess, cultures and teams was amazing.
We just saw that freaky kick there, but it seems like every week you're doing some freakish things. The hop kick, which I understand went viral worldwide. Can you talk us through that? I think we'll have the clip here in a second. Here it is here. I've never seen anything like this before, and I don't think we'll ever see it again. Talk us through it.
Oh, mate, I guess, you know, I think we were down at that point, and, you know, we were, just...
Are you conscious of hopping on your left foot so your right foot doesn't go down?
Yeah,
You're conscious of that?
Yeah, that's why I didn't...
Have you worked on that before?
Like...
Or have you done that in the field before?
Just hopping down the sideline?
Not necessarily, nah. Yeah. It's just what I needed to do, because...
So that was instinct of you thinking, if I go in my normal gait, my right foot's going to go down. I honestly cannot believe that.
Yeah. Are the rules similar in rugby union? Like, because obviously you know the rules. You ran inside the field, and are the rules similar or the same?
Yeah, I think so. I hope they are.
But the one thing I watch a lot of wingers, a lot of different positions, don't know the rules. You know, if the ball goes near the sideline, you see confusion.
Yeah.
The one thing you knew is, as soon as you kicked it, you knew to get yourself back in field, and you knew the rules. I thought, you know, for a bloke who's only played for 12 months, it's pretty good.
Yeah, well, it worked out, I guess. Yeah.
What about Trent Robinson as a coach?
Yeah.
How's he helped you transition?
Mate, massively. You know, he's a big reason as to why I came over, and I guess the way I'm playing at the moment, you know, he has a lot to do with that as well. So I can say this is the best coach I've ever had. Just the way he, you know, he puts in his time, the detail he goes into it, but just I guess the other side of it, where he's just a caring, good coach. You know, he gives you the confidence to go out there and you know, enjoy and do the job.
What about Nick Politis? Did he help you? Will he help this bloke?
Yeah, Nick's a great man. You know, coming to this club, mate, this is the first time I've ever seen like the board and Nick come to training every week, which is like, I can't, like, as a player, is a huge thing, because you know they're the mate, like the big bosses, but they're there every week. It's pretty cool to see.
They're heavily involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's like a life for you off the field? Like, obviously, rugby league takes up so much of your
What are you smiling
life.
for? You're thinking about your DMs.
Are you single?
Currently, yes.
DM, is that what they're called? Sliding into the DMs. It's just, these things are out.
Right.
Get these into
Freddie, you don't have social media.
Don't you flick it right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Grinder?
What do you like getting up to outside of rugby league?
Well, mate, I'm on Bronte Beach all the time seeing this guy jump in the water. Funny that.
Do you surf?
No, I wish.
Mate, there's not a surfboard big enough. You see the shoulders on him?
But no, love to get down the beach, but usually hang with my mates or my family. Just enjoy the time with them, play some music on the guitar or something like that. So.
What about your Fijian heritage? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, you know, it's a big part of my life. You know, especially playing footy. You know, rugby over there is you know, it's the international sport. I grew up watching it, and you know, just to have, I guess, the opportunity to play in front of my family as well is a pretty cool thing. Knowing how much they love the sport. So, yeah, you know, you know, without them, I wouldn't be here. So, especially the Fijian side of my family. Yeah.
Of course, you live there, don't you? So you live with your mum. You said you have a lot of people around all the time. It's like you live Fijian.
Yeah, literally. So, you know, from since I was born, you know, we've always had Fijian families in our house, and I guess it's just good because you know the value of I guess family and tradition is always been there. So I guess that's why I love them so much, and obviously the footy stuff. That's why I love to play footy as well.
Cool.
Well, we've loved seeing you in action this whole year, and looking forward to seeing you guys in action Saturday night up against the Cronulla Sharks. That'll be an almighty showdown as well. Thanks so much for joining us here on the couch. All right. Everyone. Well, stick around. We are off to a short break. We're going to be back with plenty more, including a big preview of all the matches coming up this weekend and plenty more fun.
Celebrate. The trophy is staying in Penrith. They make it 3 and the debate is settled. This is the greatest team of the modern era. This is history, a rich piece of rugby league history.
Yes, who will it be? And of course, every single game of the NRL Final Series, you can find it right here live and free on Nine's Wide World of Sports. The audience, they're so excited for it, as are we. So let's dive into the first finals match that we will get to see this weekend. The Storm and the Bulldogs going head-to-head at Amy Park. This is an interesting one because they only met a few weeks ago, and that was a narrow victory as well. That was a thriller.
Well, that was the last game Melbourne won, was against Canterbury. Already Reid Marnie apparently is not, he's out, so Toby Sexton's come in. The wingers,
Marcelo
is on the extended bench. Marcelo's gone. So you got Wilson and Rinakama against Xavier Coates and Will Warbrick. Two of the best jumpers in the game.
No Bronson Sherry.
No Bronson Sherry.
And no Pappy as well, no Ryan Pappenhausen for the Melbourne Storm.
But they get Harry back.
They do get Harry
back.
back.
They're a different team with Harry Green at dummy half.
I want to know, though, the changes for the Bulldogs with that speculation that Reid Marnie's going to be completely dropped and then Toby Sexton's going to be on the bench. What do you make of that change?
Well, I think he covers the halves, just in case there's an injury there. But most of all, he'll be a running threat from dummy half. You know, Reid Marnie last week played 74 minutes and he ran for 1 metre. You need a running threat at a dummy half. And a wet, slippery night or a dewy night against the Storm, you can't pass your way to victory. And the most simplest way to attack, but the most dangerous, is from dummy half. So I reckon, Toby will come on 60th minute, 55th minute, last 20, 25 minutes, and he'll get out of dummy half and run.
The other thing that they didn't do last week was bring Kurt Mann on.
Yeah, that was surprising, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was awesome against Melbourne when they played a couple of weeks ago. Him and Tupanil were the difference, really. They kept him in the game, and Kurt Mann didn't really get a run, so I felt like the coach might have been just holding him back a bit.
All right, Joey, you're going to talk us through some Harry Grant expertise over at the Analyzer. So talk us through the threat of him.
Well, they're a completely different team when he plays, stating the obvious. And one thing is, when he gets in dummy half, the markers, but also the first defenders either side of the ruck have to be so careful. Now, this is a play he loves doing in the attacking situation. They come to an edge and they usually hit the back row, or they get to play the ball probably 10 or 15 metres wide of the black dot. And Harry loves to jump to the open side, and his target area is generally around this, at the far post, and that is where the back rower defends. So between the back rower and the half, and he loves to get out, and he usually has 2 forwards leading, or they come out the back. He gets out of dummy half, finds a pass, once again, at that far post. And that was against Parramatta. Now, this one's against the Chooks. Once again, this is on the other side of the field. They dig into the line. Now, this one's a little bit wider, probably 15 metres wide. And the thing is with the middles, look, they're screaming out. They know what their job is on the hit back. Once again, Harry will get out, and this is his target around this far post. He gets out of dummy half, such a run threat. Nice pass at the far post. Big Stefano scores. So watch that Friday night. Any quick play of the ball in the attacking area, Harry getting out and using his middle forwards at that far post area.
And no doubt he'll be well rested as well, 2 weeks off, so the body's going to be in tip-top shape for him. So. Yep.
He would have been at the urban surfing.
He actually, we had him on the Today Show on Monday. He was saying that he went down, he went down south, I think. So got a few surfs in.
Look out!
Well, so
he's a machine, isn't he?
He's a machine.
What he gets through, and the standard he holds all game, he's unbelievable.
All right, another match Saturday afternoon. Looking forward to this one. Mount Smart Stadium in New Zealand. The Warriors and the Panthers going head to head. This one has got so many interesting storylines in it, and it's always such a tough task. You know, Go Media Stadium is huge. I thought
Penrith were an absolute morals. Till I looked at it today, I didn't realise Mitch Kenny was out. Now, Mitch Kenny does so much work for him. If you look at their team, look, Nathan's here, just behind him, Isaiah Yeo. But I reckon Mitch Kenny is the next most influential player because he does all the tough work, gets the speed of the defence line, does all the effort areas, cleans up all the mess. So I think this game is going to be a lot closer than what people think. And this is one game where an upset wouldn't surprise because of Mitch Kenny.
So you're thinking Warriors for this one?
No, I'm thinking Penrith, but an upset would not surprise.
The other thing to that is the Warriors get their hooker back, Wade Egan. So Kurt Cable moved to the centres. Rocco Berry broke his arm, I think, or did his shoulder?
Shoulder.
Yeah, so Wade Egan, who's ex-Penrith boy, his deception around dummy half's incredible. So if a bit of that comes off and he gets a little bit of luck around there, then all of a sudden the game opens up. Penrith haven't really scored that many points, I don't think, against the big team. So I feel like if they can get a couple of tries and put them under pressure, pretty young side Penrith. Like Nathan leads them consistently, so good. But he relies on really strangling teams. If the Warriors can get a few tries, it might rattle them a little bit. So I'd look for that, just deception from Wade Egan.
I'll be tipping them because of Nathan. Nathan will
get
them.
You'll be tipping the Panthers, yeah.
Like an upset wouldn't surprise, but if the game's on the line, they win because of Nathan. Simple as that.
What about one of the storylines this week that the Panthers are worried about the Warriors fans being loud around their team hotel? They're worried that they'll be keeping them up the whole night.
We used to go to Newcastle and they used to wet all the change rooms down. You get to go, like this is after the game. You go and have a shower. It'd be freezing cold. They'd have all these idiots hanging around the windows. The windows are like across there. They have all these galoots kicking the windows.
They're the local perverts.
So
Most of my family.
Were you front and centre?
Gary and Gail.
But this happened to you. You actually had to request music to be turned down during State of Origin camp.
So what happened was I always like hotels that have windows you can open to get some fresh air. So we didn't stay at the Pullman. We stayed at the one next door, the Novotel. So that's got the pub downstairs. Anyway, game day turns up and everyone's having a sleep and trying to rest. And there's a dead set concert going on outside.
What, the day of the game?
The day of the game. And so Teddy's down the bottom going, what can we do? So I'm ringing Stu Laundy, who owns a pub. He's in Spain somewhere. He's on a night out. I'm going, mate, Stu, turn the music down, mate. For New South Wales, can you do it? Anyway, it went down for about an hour and that was it. It was awful. Awful day.
Have you ever caused any mayhem at hotels?
It was this time, I was in Melbourne and Ozzy Osbourne and Motley Crue were in my room and I think Ben Cousins was in there. But the other times, those days are gone.
Before the game?
No, this is off-season.
Yeah.
This is fun times.
All right, what about Saturday night? Sharks v Roosters at Shark Park. How do we think this one will play out?
I really don't know on this one. Look, an upset here wouldn't surprise with the Sharks. I'm going to lean towards the Roosters because of their young pack and because of probably the big one is their strength in the air with Toops and Mark, who we just had on, Marky Mark. But there'll be nothing in this. I really like Cronulla's forward pack and I really like their bench. Their bench is humming at the moment. Nico getting off's a big advantage. 12,500 there. Freddie?
I haven't underestimated the Sharks. What they did last week was a game that you didn't have to play that good, but I thought they did. They aimed up. And that's what they've done for a fair time. Like they finished fifth. And people have ridden them off totally. But like you said, their bench, pretty much everyone's fit. They get Nicker back. I think Nicker's on the extended bench, so I reckon he'll play. That's a combination with Nico on that right-hand side. Yeah, they're a danger. Like the Roosters, they've been brilliant. I think their bench is very young. In the game against Parramatta, when they didn't start that well, they fell under trouble and they ended up getting beat by 30, which is a problem. So they need to start well, but they've got the team to start well. Their forward pack, White, Spencer and Lindsay, very, very strong. To stop them's hard.
What about Sam Walker? I know you've got some clips over at the Analyzer. Talk us through the threats that he provides the Roosters.
Well, Sammy Walker, so most sports you've got to understand space. Sammy Walker's the best at understanding space. And the thing that he does so well, when he sees it, he just backs himself. So watch him here, the ball comes back, he just sees it and spots it. There's a space right at the back over there. It ends up being Marky that goes down and takes the catch. But the moment he sees space, he doesn't hesitate. And the fact he doesn't hesitate, that's why the space is still there when he kicks it. Same again. He spots the space right here, realises the wingers are going to have to come up. There's a space back there. Tupanua runs through. Like it's a lot of time. Then one more. He does it off both feet. That's the beauty of Sam Walker as well. He can kick off both feet. Starts. From this position too, you know the wing is going to rush up. He actually comes off his left foot. Here's the space again around here. As we play it, kicks off his right foot here. Angus pushes through, or Nat Butcher scores the try. The beauty about him, he doesn't hesitate. And because he doesn't hesitate, the space stays there. And he's always a danger, always a danger.
Love watching you over that Analyzer.
Chico. Gibbs.
All right, so no doubt you're tipping the Roosters.
I'm tipping the Roosters.
Yep.
Roosters just.
The back of Teddy. Teddy, what a machine.
Oh, he's just been in fine
how
form.
good is he?
He doesn't age, does he? No.
Incredible.
All right, and don't forget as well, there are still some tickets available to the Storm Bulldogs game on Friday night at Amy Park. So head online now to nrl.com/tickets to get yours. But stick around because we've got plenty more coming up straight after the break. We're going to be talking all things Raiders and Broncos. You won't want to miss it.
Got on to Croker, and Croker dives in. Croker, the record try scorer. Take a bow. It's been a picture-perfect day for the captain.
A memorable try for me in the finals was the 2012 qualifying final against the Sharks. At the start of the game, Sammy Williams took us down a short side.
It's with the halfback, Williams. Williams goes himself.
Offloaded through to me and I sort of broke one tackle and just knew that Sandor Earl and Blake Ferguson were out on that right edge somewhere, so I just put a crossfield kick up.
And Earl is in again.
Managed to land straight into Sandor's hands and Ray Warren goes off.
Stop it, it's starting to hurt. Rugby league.
Who knows, will we see another magic moment like that on Sunday afternoon when the Raiders and Broncos go head-to-head? This one is just, it's got so many things to look forward to in this match. GIO Stadium is going to be absolutely heaving as well. But interesting, so for the Broncos, no Adam Reynolds. Shibasaki, he's back. The form of Reece Walsh, he did have an injury scare at training yesterday with that calf injury. How do you see the Broncos as they go into this match?
Flying.
Flying.
Absolutely flying. All-out attack. They're going to be tough to beat. When it sticks, they are impossible to stop. But on the other hand, when it doesn't stick, then they put themselves under pressure.
Are the Raiders the team that could rattle them a bit?
Well, they've got to stop Payne. I thought Payne and Pat Carrigan had their best games by far. They sort of took control again. I thought Reece just held his time, and I think he was better for holding back when he did.
Pommy back?
They're very similar teams, I reckon. Like they've got great front rowers, as in Tarpanay's been awesome. Papali, he's under a bit of an injury cloud. They've got dominant halfbacks. Ben Hunt, and then, of course, Fogarty, who really controls everything Canberra do. And they've got all these young, powerful backs, both teams. Like, they're so strong, both sides. They can come up with such brilliant football when they want to.
Who takes on Payne?
Well, Tarpanay's got to. Has to. I think Horsburgh he'll go mad. He'll go wild. He'll be good to see.
Big Red, he'll be fired up.
Yeah, he'll be flying. But I think you got to stop Payne. He was unstoppable last week. Just offload, just hitting the line, just offloading every time he ran.
Who stops Reece?
Well, if you stop Payne, you do a good job of stopping Reece.
Who do you see winning this one?
Chopped and changed. I'm just going to lean towards Canberra just because it's at home. But this could be the best game we've seen in years. I think it will be the best game we've seen in years. I can't wait for it. It's going to be so good.
They're pretty awesome. Some of the, like you think of Canberra and some of the games they've won. The thing with most young players, you sort of tend, some of them, the longer the game goes, the more they give in, or they get stronger. Like they've been the best second half team by far. They've won so many games at the death, they just don't give up. It's incredible for such a young team.
Can you imagine Ricky Stewart on the sideline Sunday night, Sunday afternoon?
Spitting cobra. Well, here's another advantage. There's another advantage. He'll have them fired up. He knows how to win big games and he knows how to get a narrative going. Well, you've been coached by Rick.
Madge was down there a couple of years ago.
You've been coached by Ricky, going into big games. What would he be doing?
Well, at the moment, he's got a course. He's talking about that no one wants us to be there. No one thinks we deserve to be there. So he'll have the players thinking like that. But behind the scenes, they'll be training hard. Like they'll be building their confidence from what they do Monday to Saturday and recognising that, you know what, let's go out and just have a crack. Let's back ourselves.
We spoke about Canterbury having no threat from dummy half. They're the opposite, Canberra. They've got Starling and then they bring on the young Owen Paddy, who looks to be a future superstar. Fast.
Their bench is good. A lot of balance. They've got that Sasungi, who they played in the centres. That's a real bonus. So he plays back row and centre. And then they've got Mariota, the front rower. He's a beast. And they've got the Pommy back row who ball plays, Smitty's, yeah. So I love the balance of their bench.
I kind of believe as well, the last time these two sides faced off was back in round 2.
Wow.
That's so long ago.
Canberra won that.
Canberra won that one, yeah. All right, let's have a look at the teams that didn't make the finals this year and what we predict to see from them next season and whether they will be making the finals in 2026. I'm going to read through them and you can yes or no.
That's a yes, obviously.
On your little paddles. Okay, Dolphins, do you think they'll make the top 8?
Yep.
All right, Seagulls.
A lot of injuries. Seagulls.
Okay, divided there.
Even with DCE leaving.
Yeah. They might need some new blood.
Eels. All right, both there. Cowboys. Tigers. Rabbitohs. Dragons. Titans. All right, last one. Last one we've got.
I'll give that to you. There you go.
The Knights.
Take that, big boy.
Joey, that was not.
Can we get a photo? Can someone get out their phone and get a photo of that?
All right, let's talk about Seagulls. The two of you were divided on the Seagulls.
I like they've got to change. They haven't had a change for a long time.
Fogarty coming.
The fact that the Trebojeviches, DCE's been such a large part of how they play, what they do. You've got Fogarty coming, who's coming off a great season. They've got a couple of young blokes. So not only they've got young Joey Walsh. There's another half coming through, Anthony Large. He's still at school at the moment, but they've got two of the better young halves coming through the system.
I just worry about their depth, which showed this year.
Front rowers.
They've lost a few front rowers this year, but yeah, I just worry about the depth. If they're if they have a good run with injuries, then yeah, they'll be around there. But I worry about their depth.
I read someone's going there. I'll remember in a second.
What about the Parramatta Eels? We've obviously seen their finish to this season. Are they a sure thing? I
wouldn't say sure thing, but they'll be thereabouts. I think they'll be in that clump. There's usually 5 teams fighting it out for 8th, 7th and 8th. I think they'll be in that clump. Once again, injuries. Moses plays most games, they'll be there for sure. They get Jack DeBellin next year. I think he'll be a great buy for them. Rolls doing such a good job. He is... Start of the year, they looked like they weren't going to win a game. They were hopeless early.
I think they could use a big front rower. I think at the moment, they have to work really hard and make a lot of passes to sort of get the other team on the back foot, which brings a lot of risk into play. Like a lot of the other teams just have a couple of big front rowers who can get you going forward, then the dummy half can come out and all of a sudden you can have opportunity. So I think they need to go and chase the front row. Kobe Hetherington, that's one going to Manly.
Yeah, he's too.
Yeah, but it's also interesting seeing the Eels and how much the team has changed over the course of
Look
the
at
season. They got Dylan Walker midway through the year as well, and you've got some really exciting young players.
Rolls moved 10 players from last year.
Yeah.
And we all were scratching our head. The big one was Gutho, but it was a win-win. Gutho went to St George Illawarra and improved them. Then we saw the emergence of young Iongi, who without doubt is an absolute superstar. We're talking about someone who's a couple of years, he'll be pushing some of those fullbacks in Queensland. That's how good he is.
He's a gun.
All right, finally, Newcastle.
Well, they got rid of a front rower. They got rid of their back rower.
Well, they didn't get rid of Leo. Leo went to the Bulldogs.
Kai
Pearce-Paul's gone to the Tigers.
I think it's also too early to tell. Who knows what could happen in the off-season?
Yeah.
They're going to be...
Well, the big one is Kalen. I don't know what's going to happen. Everyone keeps saying Kalen's going, which I don't know. I hope he stays. I'd love to see him stay there. But also, Dylan Brown, where's he going to play? Fletcher Sharp. Who's going to be 7? Who's going to be 6 out of those two? So there's a lot of answers needs to be answered.
Yeah.
Questions need to be answered. Answers need to be...
A lot of confusion there.
He's rattled.
Big off-season as well.
It's hurting.
All right, well, we're off to a short break here on Freddy the Eighth. But coming up next, Chad Townsend, he's in the house. And he's going to be joining us on the couch. Oh, welcome back. Well, across the NRL finals on Nine's Wide World of Sports, we are announcing the 2025 Rugby League Players Association Awards, which are voted by the players for the players. And the major award is the coveted Players Champion Award, which is to those who the most outstanding player of the year as voted by the players, and will be announced right here during Grand Final week. But I'm pleased to say tonight we get to announce the winner of another award, so the Dennis Tutty Medal winners. And I want to say a big congratulations. He joins us here on the couch. Chad Townsend, congratulations. Can you tell us a little bit about this award and sort of what goes into it and how it is awarded?
Yeah, so it's voted by the players. I guess it's for, a player who advocates for the players, standing up for the players. I've been involved with the RLPA for a long time in numerous roles, kind of worked my way up from, player advisory group. I've sat on the board for the last 12 months. CBA negotiations, all things like that. So, I feel like it was kind of my time to stand up for the RLPA. I've really enjoyed my role, and I would, I guess, push players to get involved. As you feel comfortable in yourself and in your career, it's important we get our rights and everything, in order.
How much has it changed? Last year there was some big stances talking about, covering sponsorship and, going to the next level. What's it been like being part of it and seeing the strength grow, I suppose?
Yeah, it's been, I think from the start of my career to where it is now, it's grown from strength to strength. I think a lot of the time it's, fans kind of think it's all about money, but it's not. It is, it's a lot of it's about our terms and conditions and, what's right and what's fair to the players. Obviously, I'm very biased towards players. I'm very passionate about, who we are as players. We train unbelievably hard and we deserve everything that we get. So it has changed and for the better, and hopefully, I've left it in a better place than where it was, and the players of the future will continue to, get the fruits of the labour.
Well, you take home one trophy tonight. We've also got another winner, and she joins us live now from the nation's capital, Madison Bartlett. Congratulations. You are our other Dennis Tutty medal winner. Firstly, before I get into the actual award, I want to know how you're going. You've got a nasty injury at the moment, a broken hand and a broken collarbone.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm week 4 at the moment. So I just got out of the sling, which is nice. But yeah, it was broken collarbone on one side and hand on the other. So I was a bit immobilised for a while there.
How was the smell of the pits?
Oh, Freddie.
Yes, I had to learn to shower.
Maddie, you must be happy the way years have bounced back after a slow start, the Raiders.
Yeah, obviously we didn't start off the way that we wanted to, which unfortunately has kind of hindered us towards the end of the season. Now we can't make the top 6, but yeah, we had quite a few injuries to start with, but through injuries that means that there's obviously opportunity for a lot of our younger girls, and I feel like they really stepped up, which is positive for next year. So yeah, at the moment we're just building, and this last game will all be focused on what we can look forward to next year.
Maddie, what about this award? It must be so nice to be recognised by your peers for your leadership both on and off the field. What does this one mean to you?
Yeah, obviously I'm very honoured to receive this award, and I think that, to be honest, it could have gone to either Chelsea or Em as well. There's been a lot of people in our space that continue to advocate and help get the women's game to where it is, and I've joined the RLPA board lately and been on there for a little while now, and I'm very lucky to work alongside Clint and the rest of his team at the RLPA. And we don't always make everyone happy with the things that we do, but I feel privileged to be in the position that I am. And I've always said that while I am in this position, I will continue to try and drive positive change, even if that does mean, ruffling a few feathers sometimes. So yeah, I'm very honoured and privileged to be recognised for that.
Well done. A big congratulations, and we hope your recovery's a little bit faster and, as Freddie alluded to, not as tough.
I remember having a sling on, and that was the thing I remember.
Congratulations, Maddie. Thanks so much for joining us. And Chad, just the list of nominees as well. Mitch Kenny, Sean Lane, as Maddie alluded to, Emma Veron and Chelsea Lenarduzzi as well. So there's so many people in this area of the game who are doing so much, off the field. Yeah, definitely. Look, I think Sean Lane's another one. He deserves a lot of credit, obviously retiring at the end of the year as well. He's one that really stood up for the, players and advocated. And like Chelsea said, or Maddie said, sorry, it's, there's times where it is challenging, where you've got to sort of put yourself up there and do some uncomfortable things, but it's for a good cause, and it's for the future of the game and the players, and very happy to do it. All right, well, stay with us here on the couch because we're going to dive into our Sportsbet having a crack moment. A little bit of a different change of pace here, that's for sure. So let's have a look at this. Royce Hunt scoring 2 tries on the weekend. We love it when our big boppers, they get in on the action.
The big Josh Papali'i scored 2 on a very memorable day in Canberra. Royce Hunt, he's had quite the season. When him and Birdie and that were coming off the bench, they were real weapons. It was like midway through the year. I think he missed a couple of games, but he's such a strong player. He's one of the strongest guys. Did you play with him? Played with him. He's one of the strongest guys I've ever seen. Right.
What about this one, DCE?
Left foot.
Left foot, yeah.
One of his final touches for Manly.
This is incredible, wasn't it?
Well, he still hasn't announced it, so we have to wait and see. Hang on, do we have some insight?
Don't look at me. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But he does that. I've seen him do that multiple times. Left foot, right foot. I mean, he's got it all in the kit bag.
Have you seen him at Allianz Stadium at all lately?
No comment.
Oh, no comment. So that's not a denial. There you go. Who knows? A few weeks, I think we'll get the story.
That's a story.
Well, Freddie, I reckon you could get the scoop easily.
I'll try to ring Nick.
All right, we're going to be back in just a moment. But right now, let's check in with Sportsbet. It's over to Joel Kane.
9 games remaining in this season. Can you pick all 9? On the Sportsbet app, you'll see the NRL Pick 9. Here's mine. There's juicy prices there waiting for you. Can you pick the perfect 9? It's on the Sportsbet app. Good luck to your team if they're still in the finals.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Big match coming up on Thursday night. NRLW, the Sharks and the Roosters going head-to-head. The Roosters chasing perfection as well. If they win this match, it means they would have won 17 in a row. That is incredible. And that is going way back last year, midway through last year as well. So they're in absolutely superb form at the moment. But we thought we would get your long-range finals prediction. Similar to a long-range forecast in the city to Hobart, this is what our experts are predicting come grand final day. So we've got Andrew Johns, Brad Fittler, Paul Gallen, Jonathan Thurston, Billy Slater and Darren Lockyer all selecting who they think will win the premiership and Clive Churchill medal as well. Gentlemen, talk us through it.
Yeah, I've still got the Storm. I know they're missing Jerome Hughes, but I think Jonah Pezzett will stand up. I think it's his time. Pappenhausen will be back. Nelson we won't see. But I understand after last year's loss, the off-season they burned. They got Harry and they got Munster. Yeah, I think the Storm win. I think they beat the Raiders on grand final day and Harry Grant, Clive Churchill.
I think the Broncos Raiders they're going in with the best form. I just got a feeling the Broncos. I watched Payne Haas last week. They just couldn't stop him. And if he gets them going forward, with Reece Walsh out the back, I think as they go on through the semis, they may get more players. Ezra Mann may come back. Willison, the big front rower, he may come back. I'm not sure about Adam Reynolds, so we'll see about him. So if they do win, have the week off, I think that'll be a huge advantage. But I think the big game is them. I do think the teams out of the top 4 as well. The Roosters have been fantastic. Penrith, it's going to be tricky without their hooker. But Nathan, how could you ever knock Nathan? And of course the Sharkies.
You can see Darren Lockyer and JT both selecting the Raiders there for the wins. The crowd here, they've been voting as well, and it's very heavily leaning towards Canberra too.
Feels like their time, doesn't it?
Everyone's fallen in love with them too, like the spirit. The coach has done an incredible job. So I think everyone wants them to win. Like apart from their team, I think Canberra's their second favourite, so it'd be great to see them grand final day.
Well, it's a good selection there as well. All right, it is time to dive into our
front row.
F8. Oh yeah, the big boys.
All except for Ethan Strange. All in the front row.
Good spotting, Freddie. All right, it is time to dive into our F8 medal votes for the weekend. All right, both of you. James Tedesco, 1 point. Nathan Cleary.
He was so good, Nathan. I think any time St George tried to get back into the game, he just took it away. Whether it was goal kicking, scored a try, set up a couple, he was fantastic.
You couldn't go past Reece Walsh.
Moses and Reece. I sat at home watching this game and just sat there as a fan and I couldn't take my eyes off him. Just everything he does is just lightning quick. He's just got superstar qualities. Anything good happens around him, and sometimes bad. Drinking Brasco water, that really turned me on. But, he's just a superstar.
That was brilliant.
He's an absolute superstar. So good to watch.
He owns it too. That's what I love about it. He owns it.
He's tough too.
Watching him live as well is just something, it is just watching him in full flight. It's incredible to see.
He's at a different speed.
This other bloke on Sunday, he put my Knights to the sword. I think he scored a hat trick before half time. He was unbelievable. He knows his game. The game slowed down for him. He's only 30, so he's got another, 5, 6, 7 years? If he stays on the field next year, if he plays 90% of the games, I'll make the top 8 for sure.
Well, that's the key. He's had a few injuries the last couple of seasons, so if he gets a full season out, they play semis.
Yeah, lock them in for next year.
Well, the way they're kicking is, the way they look after halfbacks, he's the best example of that. And then, of course, the Roosters.
Teddy, he'll be the Dally M winner. He's had an incredible year.
Unbelievable, isn't he?
It's to say this is his best year. It's out of this world. But the way he's led this younger team, especially at the start of the year, they were legless. They looked awful. One thing, every week, even when they were struggling, Teddy turned up. He knew what you're going to get each week. And as the teams got better, he's even got better.
He's such a threat as well. On Monday when they had the NRL finals launch, a lot of the players were asked who the biggest threat is come finals time. And so many of them said James Tedesco.
Well, especially when he's got Sam Walker there. Sam Walker just takes a lot of the attention and allows James Tedesco to just be a fullback and don't have to play every play. Then, of course, Penrith. You look at Nathan Cleary, he's just, he just brings it every game. Doesn't miss.
Talk about the game slowing down. He sees the game in slow motion at the moment, Nathan. Every pass is on the money. He doesn't take the wrong option. Just incredible.
Well, this is interesting because look at who is at the very top, and votes are still going throughout the finals series. So you can imagine Reece Walsh. He could easily overtake Izzy Katoa this weekend. So that means that Reece Walsh could be joining us on the boat party.
Oh, better get some new toilets.
I'll be running off him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, and we've got the medals in the crowd as well, thanks to badges and medals. So the winner of the F8 medal gets to take that home, gets to come on the boat party with us as well. We might even open up to some members of the studio or audience to join us come December. But entries have closed as well for the viewers.
How good's your suntan? You've got the best tan ever.
So entries have closed for the viewers to send through their photos of where they're watching Freddy the Eighth from. So we've been combing through some of them. They are fantastic. So looking forward to all that. But we're going to take a short break and we'll be back on the other side of it to wrap it all up. And we're going to be diving into Conspiracy Corner too. Yes, I don't know how, but Conspiracy Corner is back for another week, and we thought we'd put it out to the crowd here. So we've got lovely Stu up the back there. Stu, what are your conspiracy theories?
The lotto is a scam to catch time travellers.
Gentlemen, do you know how? Do you get it?
You've been eating mushrooms with Aaron Peterson. Those good mushrooms, the red tops.
Well, they'd catch people to come back and win the money. You don't get it?
No. Do you get it, Joey?
No.
No.
Haven't you
mushrooms,
seen McFly? Didn't McFly go back into time and then was gambling and all that? Remember he had the...
Yeah, that's a movie, Back to the Future.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's a conspiracy. You know, they're not always true. Have you seen the big white things through the sky, the chemtrails?
Chemtrails, yeah, there you go.
What's going on there?
What about the First Lady with the French president?
Hey, let's not go there for a Joey. All right, we've got a huge weekend of finals coming up as well. Don't forget, it all kicks off on Friday night. The Melbourne Storm and the Bulldogs going head-to-head. And then we do get to see, you can see right there, the Raiders and the Broncos facing off live on Sunday from 3:30. And, of course, the Warriors and the Panthers and the Sharks and the Roosters. So much to look forward to. Thanks for joining us here on Freddy the Eighth, and we'll catch you again next week.
This has been another presentation from Nine's Wide World of Sport.